Hey, Cynthia, can I come over now? What? Right now? What's going on? Come on, we're sisters, aren't we? Do you know what time it is? It's past 9 p.m. Why do you need to come over? I need a place to crash tonight. What? My boyfriend kicked me out. What? The one you were almost engaged to? Yep, that one. What happened? Did you guys fight? You were so determined to marry him since he was such a catch. Well, I got pregnant. Pregnant? And he kicked you out because... Yeah, the baby isn't his. What on earth were you thinking? You've always been a bit wild, but this is way out of line. Come on, it's too late now. Too late? This affects your whole future. Just let me stay, okay? It's tough out here for a pregnant woman. But wasn't he the perfect guy for you? Rich, handsome, and kind. You always bragged about him. He was. I was completely infatuated with him from the start. I thought I'd do anything for him. Then how did this happen? I fell for someone else. Oh no. I couldn't help it. You can't control who you fall for. Before I knew it, I was deeply involved with this other guy. I felt guilty and decided to break up with my boyfriend. But then I found out I was pregnant. The timing made it obvious the baby wasn't his, so he kicked me out. I can't believe you. You've always had your share of mess-ups, but this is extreme. Haha, I guess I'm just a hopeless romantic. This isn't funny. Remember when you were in college, dating 2 guys at once, and it turned into a huge mess? Your ex and the other guy got into a fight. Luckily, no one got seriously hurt. When I fall for someone, I just can't stop myself. Plus, you know how popular I am. Guys just flock to me, so I can't stick to just one. But this time it's really serious, getting pregnant by someone else. I'm not even married to my current boyfriend yet, so it's fine. Who's the father of the baby? Well, I can't say just yet. Is it someone who's married? I'll tell you everything eventually. Can you just let me stay tonight? I got kicked out with nothing but the clothes on my back. Fine, come on over. But we need to talk this over with Mom and Dad soon. What? Talk to them? Of course. I don't want to get scolded. And we need to talk to the father of your baby, too. Ugh, this is such a hassle. You brought this on yourself. All right, I'm coming over. I'll be there soon. Seriously, just be careful on your way. Cynthia, I need a favor. What is it? I'm at work right now. Can it wait? Oh, sorry. Can you get me some ice cream on your way home? Ice cream? Yeah, I finished all the ice cream in the freezer. I bought so much. I can't help it. During morning sickness, I crave ice cream like crazy. Cold stuff tastes so good right now. Still, it's not healthy for a pregnant woman to eat so much ice cream. Cold things are hard on your stomach, and too much sugar isn't good for you. You need to eat properly for the baby's sake. But I really want it. Come on, Cynthia. It's the only thing I enjoy right now. I understand, but I'm worried about you gaining too much weight. You need to control your sweets intake to avoid high blood sugar levels during pregnancy. But a little bit should be fine, right? No way. If I buy it, you'll just eat all of it. I really want it. I don't need anything else, just ice cream. You're so stubborn. But health comes first, so no ice cream today. If you feel better tomorrow, I'll get you a little. That's too late. I want it now, please. Not today. You're being stingy. By the way, how long are you planning to stay with me? Oh, you still haven't told me who the baby's father is, and you're not making any progress in sorting things out. Mom and Dad said if you don't start making plans, you should go back home. They cleaned up your old room, so you should go back before your belly gets bigger. I don't want to go back to that middle of nowhere. Middle of nowhere? I can't go back to that remote place. There are no convenience stores, and hardly any streetlights at night. Just the thought of living there again is unbearable. It may not be convenient, but the people there are kind and helpful. But everything feels so outdated. No new cafes, no trendy shops, no entertainment. I can't stand the thought of going back to such an old-fashioned life. Stop bad-mouthing your hometown. Every place has its own charm. By denying the place you grew up, you're denying a part of yourself. I understand, but right now, that place feels too suffocating for me. Even so, going back home is the best thing for you right now. You need to be with family and think about your future in a stable environment. No, I can't. Let me stay at your place. It's natural for a big sister to help her struggling little sister, right? But Ken lives there too. It's already a lot to deal with my family issues. I don't want you staying there indefinitely, especially since you're part of the problem. Then why don't you leave? Excuse me? Just kidding. Actually, I was planning to talk about the baby's father soon. I needed some time to get things ready. Get things ready? I'll explain later. Well, if you're finally ready to talk, fine. Now, about that ice cream. Not happening. Natasha, are you home? What's up? I just got back home, but the key doesn't work. Is the lock broken? Can you open the door for me? No, not gonna open it. Why not? I had the locks changed. Your key won't work anymore. What's going on? You're not getting inside. Come on, what are you doing? I called a locksmith this morning and had the locks changed. Amazing, right? They did it all in a day. They finished it while you were at work. Why would you change the locks? To stop you from coming in without permission. Without permission? This is my house. Wait, is this because I wouldn't buy you ice cream? No, I got over that. I bought some myself. Then what? Why won't you let me in? I live here with Ken. You have no reason to kick me out, especially since you're just a guest. Haha, I see. I'm just a guest, huh? Natasha, seriously, stop this. You're acting ridiculously spoiled. And changing the locks without telling me? You need to stop, not me. Why me? Because Ken is the one who changed the locks. Ken? He took the afternoon off to get home early, to prepare for kicking you out. Kick me out? We sent your stuff to Mom and Dad's. It's cash on delivery, so you'll need to cover the cost. What are you talking about? This makes no sense. Still don't get it? You don't even understand why I've stayed at your place all this time, do you? No. Geez, this conversation isn't going anywhere because you're too oblivious, so I'll just reveal the truth. What is it? The father of my baby is Ken. What? Wait a minute. Why him? How did that even happen? You're so shocked. It's kind of funny. It's not funny at all. Oh, and to crush any lingering trust you have in him, here's a photo for you. What is this? It's from my birthday last year when he gave me flowers and gifts. We're all lovey-dovey. Your birthday is coming up soon. So, you've been together for a year? Yep, exactly. So I'll be having an heir to your husband's company. His company? He took over his family business, right? You're fired, by the way. He'll do anything I ask, so you'll probably get your notice tomorrow. And starting today, this house will be a paradise filled with our love. You're in the way, so leave our love nest. And of course, you'll divorce him immediately. I want to be his wife before our baby is born. So hurry up and get the divorce process started. All right, I understand. I'll divorce him. Great! He'll be single soon enough. Yay! But wow, you're pathetic, Cynthia. Losing your husband and getting fired from your job? Huh? The one getting fired is him. Yeah, right. What are you talking about? There's no way he'd get fired. We'll see about that. What? Anyway, I'm heading to Mom and Dad's for now. See ya. Cynthia? Cynthia! I don't get it. What's going on? It's still early for this. How can Ken be fired? The next CEO getting fired is ridiculous. What? Ken is the next CEO? What are you talking about? It's his father's company. It's impossible for him to fire his own son. Do you even know what you're saying? His father is just an ordinary office worker. What? Oh, that's why you were talking about him inheriting the company? Huh? He told me he's the next CEO. Isn't he? Oh, he was still confused. Confused? I tried explaining it to him many times. What are you talking about? The company he worked for is run by our cousin, Aiden. Aiden? He runs a company? You didn't know? No, this is news to me. He started the company about 8 years ago. But why did Ken think he was the next CEO? Let me think about how to explain this. When Aiden started his company, he asked me to help. So I've been working with him since the beginning. Ken was working for a different company back then. A few months before our wedding, he got laid off from his old job. He was struggling to find a new gig, so I introduced him to Aiden. It was just a favor, but Aiden welcomed him warmly. Aiden had a rough past and decided to stay single forever. When Ken found out about this, he somehow thought that made him the next CEO. Huh? This is just my guess, but Aiden has a sister who works in a completely different field. Since he plans to remain childless, and the only cousins are me and you, Ken must have assumed he was the heir by default. Some kind of weird process of elimination, I suppose. I can't understand this. The reason he got laid off from his last job was because he was incompetent. Are you serious? He always relied on others and never did anything himself. He'd dump all the prep work on his subordinates and go up on stage without even looking at the materials. I heard he messed up big time because he was completely unprepared and his presentation made no sense. His boss warned him many times, but he never changed. There's no way someone like that could become a CEO. I had no idea. Well, he's the type to hide his failures. His saying he'd be the next CEO was just a fantasy. No way! So, with me divorcing him, the link between him and Aiden is gone. There's no reason for Aiden to keep him employed. He was just a part-timer anyway. Part-timer? Wait, you're joking, right? No, he wanted to be hired full-time, but his reputation from his previous job was too poor, so Aiden decided to let him work as a part-timer first. If he had worked hard, he might have become full-time eventually. Oh my god, Why couldn't he? Because of his incompetence. He always had a lazy attitude and even slept on the job sometimes, which frustrated Aiden. I can't believe this. Despite being warned multiple times, he kept making excuses, like he was feeling unwell or it was just a coincidence. Of course, that didn't cut it. Eventually, his part-time position was at risk. Unbelievable! How did he plan to support me and the baby in that situation? He probably didn't think about it. You can't expect anything more from him. Geez, I thought he was a better catch than my ex. Wait, you took him from me just because you thought he was a good catch? Yes, if I'd known the truth, I never would have gone after him. I see. Oh, I know. I can talk to Aiden and get him rehired. We're both his cousins, so it shouldn't be a big deal. That's not possible. Why not? The reason Aiden declared he'd stay single forever is because he was betrayed by his fiancée after an 8-year relationship. Oh no! Did it really happen? Yes, his fiancée cheated on him with his best friend, and that friend was also his business partner, so he was betrayed on 2 fronts. His fiancée and friend were after his money and teamed up to go after his assets. He found out just before the wedding and was so devastated that he had to take time off work. That's terrible. Exactly. So, after going through something like that, there's no way he'd trust a traitor like you. You'd be rejected outright before you even get to explain. Oh, darn. Well, since I've filed for a divorce now, it's not my problem anymore. I've cut ties with you, so you two can figure things out on your own. Wait! Oh, by the way, I terminated the lease on the apartment. But the lease is in Ken's name. It was originally, but after he got laid off and couldn't pay the rent, we switched it to my name. I had a stable income and have been paying the rent ever since. Looks like he forgot about that detail. What the heck? Anyway, I have to get back to work now. Bye. Wait! I don't want a guy like this. Take him back and fix this. What are you talking about? You're going to have a baby together, so live happily as a family. But you can't stay in that apartment anymore. Good luck. Natasha stormed out of the apartment and showed up at our parents' house. Since I had already informed them of everything that had happened, they coldly turned her away. In the meantime, Ken found her and forcibly took her to his parents' house. This marked the beginning of her nightmare. Although she wanted to break up with him, he and his parents refused to allow it. Pregnant and restricted in her movements, she ended up living with his family. She was not good at housework and was constantly nagged by his mother. She was frequently compared to his ex-wife, hearing things like, "Cynthia was better." This must have taken a severe toll on her mental health. Even though she wanted to escape, her big belly made it impossible. She gave birth at a nearby maternity clinic. Of course, I claimed compensation from Ken. As a result, after the baby was born, both Natasha and Ken had to work from morning until night, leaving them no time to spend with their child. Their lives must be incredibly tough, but I hope they persevere for the sake of their child.